Hey guys, welcome back to Brew Games, episode 21, The Forces of Good and Evil. I'm Joe Evans.
And I'm Adam Eliason. And we're here with some beer. So,
Yeah.
do you want to try mine first?
Let's do it. Let's get right into it.
All right. I bring you a beer from Lethbridge. So, kind of local. It's the Luminiferous Aether from Theoritically Brewing.
Okay. So these guys are pretty new, aren't they?
I
believe
guess
so.
so. I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, I think they've been open not even a year yet, I don't think.
Oh, wow.
So,
Nice. There's no reviews on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer. So,
would make
you can
sense.
be one of the first to review it.
Sounds good.
There's a little blurb on the side of the bottle here. Science is innately prone to human error. The Phrenologist series, which this beer is clearly a part of, illuminates discredited theories and ridiculous research. So the luminiferous ether was theorized by early scientists as the medium that propagates light.
Okay.
Let this luminiferous pale ale lift you with waves of bright flavor. Our beers are unfiltered, unpasteurized, and contain no artificial colors or flavors. So there's going to be some sediment in the bottom you can deal with.
Sounds
as
good.
You like.
So you know what the other big export of beer out of Lethbridge is, right?
I feel like I should know this.
You have to chase the white rabbit.
Oh, yeah. I did know that. Pilsner.
Pilsner.
I did know that.
Yeah.
But it's no longer brewed there, right?
I'm not sure. It still says Lethbridge on the can, but
Does it? Okay.
I'm not entirely sure if they're still brewing it out of there. But they are owned by Molson now, so.
Yeah. Seems to happen to a lot of craft breweries. Not that
Yeah.
Pilsner is a craft
No.
brew by any means, but it's a nice like straw kind of color.
Yeah.
A bit darker, maybe.
Bit hazy.
Yeah.
Nice fluffy head on top. Not really getting much of an aroma off of it. A little bit now that the head's gone down a bit. Very light.
Okay.
So, going off what they're trying to pull off with the whole light thing.
The whole light thing, right? The ingredients are short. H2O, malted barley, hops, and yeast. And just trying to find the percentage on here, and I can't. I'm just... Oh, 5%. So, thoughts?
It's a solid pale ale. Nothing too fancy. Bit more malty than I was expecting a little bit. Expecting a little bit of hop coming from it, but overall, it's not bad.
Okay, nice.
It's very easy to drink. Very approachable by almost anybody, I'd say. Unless you absolutely just don't like beer, then probably not. But if you do drink some kind of beer, like even if you're just drinking Canadian, kokanee, simple lagers, I think this will be a very easy one to kind of move into.
Right on.
So
I don't remember what I paid for it, but
I think it's around like $9 or something a bottle.
I was thinking $8.99, so yeah.
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad.
Cool.
What'd you get for me?
So the beer I got for you is from Ninkasi Brewing. I'm not sure if we had Ninkasi on the show. I know that last summer we sat down and we had their ground control
Right.
on the deck.
Or the yeast they sent into space and brought
Correct.
back. And
Yeah. So this one's their seasonal release called Sleigh'r Winter Ale. So going against the good, we're going into the evil, or the light to the dark.
All right.
So on the side of the bottle, seize the season with Sleigher. Layers of deeply toasted malt are balanced by just enough hop bitterness to make it deceivingly drinkable. Paired with a dry finish, Sleigher is anything but your typical winter brew.
Nice.
And as we're getting into wintertime right now, it's
Very relevant.
relevant, par for the course.
Nice. I do love winter beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, who makes the really good one in BC? Not Stanley Park. The island one.
Granville Island.
Granville Island.
Yeah.
That's a really good winter ale.
Yeah, it's good, but if you have too much of it, then you're gonna hate it.
Like most dark beers, though, right?
Yeah.
You're not drinking a 6-pack of very many dark beers.
Yeah, well, we made that mistake last year, Monique and I. I think we went through like 3 6-packs. And yeah, we're done with that beer. It's like when you have that new song that comes out and you just love it and you just play it way too much and then you're like, I hate this song. Yeah, we did that to that beer. So sorry, Granville Island, but
I still like it. I also really like this. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know why they say it's anything from or far from a normal winter beer. It tastes very much like a winter beer, which I'm very happy about.
Well, the fun thing about this one is I believe it's at 7.2%. So it...
You get kind of the aftertaste of the alcohol.
Yeah.
You at the first sip, you don't taste it. You just taste the toasted deliciousness.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, actually. I would, if you're a fan of dark beers or winter beers, like that Granville Island Winter, this is one definitely to try, the Sleigher.
Yeah, and I believe these go for about $10.99, so a couple more bucks, but it's coming from Oregon, so...
And it's higher percentage.
Gotta pay all the taxes, of course,
right.
in Alberta. But,
yeah, highly recommend it. Thank you.
First had this one last year when they released it, and after, like, finishing the whole bomber, like, you're feeling pretty good. Like, it being called Sleigher is appropriate.
It slays you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. So that'll do it for beers.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the games that we were playing.
Let's do it.
So you challenged me to Hotline Miami.
That's right.
And so just played up till chapter 4 or something. So I passed the first boss going into the next stages.
Okay, yeah.
And the controls on that game are just infuriating. I try to connect a controller and then...
yeah, you cannot use a controller on that.
It's like... It would have been good for movement, but then I couldn't actually swing anything. All I could do was lock on or move around. I couldn't, like, swing. Or I could throw my stuff, which in some situations is good to throw your things, but when I wanted to, like, swing my pipe or, like, shoot a gun, like, just nothing would happen.
No, I think you need a mouse for this.
Yeah, but even then with the mouse, like, because you have to move your mouse around to spin your character around, and WSD is just strafing in either direction, right? It's pretty difficult.
It is a very, very tough game.
Yeah. So, but it being tough, it was actually fun. Like, I died a ton.
Yeah.
But it was like, I just kept going. Swore a bit at some spots. The first boss, like, I was like, what? I don't understand. And then I finally figured out what I was supposed to do. And yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And that game's derived from, what was that movie, Driver or something, or Drive, with what's that actor's name?
I said
Ryan
this?
Gosling. No, I'm picking up off the game,
gotcha.
the style and everything. It looks like they took a lot of inspiration from, I think it's called Drive or Driver or something like that.
Okay.
With Ryan Gosling. You should check out that movie if you can. Like, look it up on Netflix if it's available. It's actually a really cool movie.
Okay.
And you'll see what I'm talking about when I say, like, it looks like they drew direct inspiration from that movie. Or actually, I don't know. I think the game came out after the movie. I'm pretty sure. Because I was gonna say if it was the other way around, it'd be kind of funny. But
yeah,
but yeah, it was a good game. I'm gonna go back into it again, play some more. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it because it ramps up difficulty pretty freaking quick.
Yeah, it does.
Like in the second part after the first boss, like it introduces dogs, and I'm like, how am I supposed to take care of this thing? But I managed to take care of it. So yeah, it was a really cool game, and there's like a second one as well, right? So
there is. I don't think I own that one yet.
Okay.
I do plan to play it someday.
Yeah, so hopefully finish the first one and play the second one probably as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah, thank you. And then I had you play
Final Doom,
which you got very upset yesterday about.
Well, I had to go back and rewatch the episode because I started downloading Ultimate Doom. I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be Final Doom.
So I did get into Final Doom.
Yeah.
It came out in 1996, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
So I was 7 years old at that time. So I was not playing Final Doom when it came out.
Yeah.
I started playing shooters like on the N64.
So GoldenEye
in 97, and then started moving into PC gaming in like 98, StarCraft era.
and then Counter-Strike soon after.
So I don't have the same nostalgic attachment to Doom as many
So you kind of bypass that whole
like
era.
even like 2 years older than me do.
Yeah.
So started playing it, and it is also a very tough game.
Yep.
Which I looked up after. Apparently, it's one of the tougher Doom in the Doom series.
Yep.
So I didn't get very far. Partly because I suck. I fully admit that. Partly because, and I had an epiphany as I realized this. You can move the mouse forward to go forward because there's no looking up and down.
Right.
You're just looking left and right. So you move the mouse left and right to look left and right. And you can use WASD.
Yeah.
Or you can move forward with the mouse.
Right.
But that didn't really work for me because I have like the small mouse pad, right? When I game, I just move my wrist. My arm does not move at all. And I always saw these gamers older than me with these gigantic mouse pads. For example, you have one.
Yeah.
And I see when they play shooters, their
Moving
sensitivity
the whole arm,
is cranked down. And they're moving the whole arm around the mouse pad.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was incredibly weird. But now I see I can't move my wrist left and right without also slightly
going backwards or
forwards.
Yeah.
So you can't go across like a narrow bridge and turn to strafe or shoot.
No.
Because you'll fall off. So that was interesting to learn. And I actually tried to download a script to turn that off.
Okay.
So I just looked left and right and used WASD. It didn't work. So long story short, I didn't get very far in Doom. But I did have a bit of a nostalgic attachment to something that came after because it reminded me of a game I played as a kid.
Okay.
That I then spent more time trying to find this game than I played Final Doom.
Is it the game I saw you playing today before you came over?
No.
Okay.
Heretic?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Which, well, kind of. I've also played that as a kid. I was showing it to my brother, but
okay.
I actually spent 2 hours and asked a couple of people about this game. It was all I really had to go on was that you got an MP40 near the start.
Okay.
So it must have been World War II era, right? And that's pretty much all I had. It was like mid 90s, and you had an MP40. And I finally found like a list of like the top 10 shooters of the 90s.
Right.
Once you eliminate all the Dooms and Wolfensteins and Quakes and all of the popular ones, and it was on there. It was Rise of the Triad.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever played that.
I don't know if I ever did play it, but I definitely have heard of it. Yeah.
So I started watching videos of that, and it's actually on Steam too. So that was my like blast from the past because I remembered the entire playthrough.
Right.
But sorry to sidetrack on
that. Was right. That's cool.
So yeah, you challenged me to that because it was the 20th episode. It was the 20th year of Fragapalooza.
And
so
Doom came out 20 years ago. Final Doom anyway. So.
Right, and you want to see how it held up? I honestly can't tell you because I didn't play it.
Right.
Before. I don't see myself going back to it. To be honest. I'm just
too archaic for you.
Could be that. I'm just not good enough. I can't see myself getting very far.
Yeah.
But I could say I've tried it now.
Yeah, you've tried it. So so we're trying to do on the show, right?
That's right.
Go through our Steam list. I mean, it was on your list.
That's right.
Had to make you play it.
And now I've got some playtime on it.
Yep. So should we go into new challenges?
Sure, let's do it.
So I'm going to challenge you to This War of Mine.
Okay.
So this is a game that came out, I think, maybe 2 years ago, but might have been just last year. And I heard really good things about it. I know like Reddit was on about it for a while.
Is this the survival one?
I think it might be. I don't know too much about it. I just saw the title in your list, and I remember seeing that title before, so...
Is it the one that's like you're in Kosovo during the war or something and you're just trying to survive?
Yeah, I think so. Like, you're not really a soldier or something?
Right. It's not a shooter, right? It's like a...
I'm not sure. Again, I just know the title. I don't know
I think I know what it is. I haven't played it. But,
yeah.
I saw Pat play it, actually, if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
And, yeah, it should be good. I'll give it a try.
Cool.
I've got a backup in case you have played this.
Okay.
I think I've heard you talk about it.
Okay.
But I noticed you have 0 hours of playtime on Kerbal Space Program.
I've not played it.
Okay.
I've seen videos of it. I've seen other people on YouTube. But I've not played it myself.
Okay. So now you can see how tough it is. I hear it's tough. And I actually have a challenge for you. I'll see if you can get to the moon.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
All right.
Cool. That'll do it for the challenges. Do we have any news to talk about? We got Countdown to Christmas coming up. We're almost into December, so...
Advent calendars.
Yeah, so we've decided to go with an advent calendar that we've been skipping the last 2 years. We had it last year, but we didn't have it on the show. And that's the craft beer advent calendar. Now, we did have an advent calendar last year that was from the same company, but that was all the German beers.
Right.
With the 2 Austrians, which we didn't really care for.
Yeah.
But we're going to finally have the craft beer advent calendar that people have just been raving about the last few years.
They have had some very interesting beers on there. So I'm excited for it.
We're doing that for Countdown to Christmas. Phillips, unfortunately, they're not doing a snow case this year. They just got too many other priorities right now, and they didn't want to have too many repeats in the case, I believe. Is that what they said? Yeah. And so look forward to that. We'll have an episode out every day for 24 days.
It's going to be a good time.
We're not sure exactly how we're going to film that yet, but we'll figure that out pretty soon here.
You sure will.
Yep. If you guys have any questions or emails you want to send us, brewsandgames@gmail.com. I'm at Jay Evans.
I'm at Alpha Drake.
And if you want to buy a shirt like this one, can't buy them yet, but if you're local, come to events. We're planning to get more of these shirts anyways, and we'll start selling them ourselves. If you want shirts like you've seen before on older episodes, we still have the Spreadshirt site up, so you can go to brewgames.spreadshirt.ca. We got phone cases on there. We got frosted mugs. I'm looking to possibly do a hoodie.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if I want to use Spreadshirt or use the fine lady who helped us with these shirts.
Okay, yeah.
So that's in the works. We got some stuff in the pipeline. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned, yeah.
And until next time.
Until next time, thanks for
Cheers.
watching. Cheers.